And now, Singapore-based urban and business space provider Ascendas-Singbridge announced last week that they will set up an international tech park in Gurgaon. The 60-acre IT park will provide 8 million square feet of business space. To talk more on this, we are joined in by Sanjay Dutt, the India head of Ascendas-Singbridge, who will share more details of the project. Welcome to the Property Show, Mr. Sanjay Dutt. And my first question is that can you give us a little brief about the recent announcement?
Ascendas-Singbridge has entered Gurgaon with their largest investment ever. This is a 60-acre IT SEZ that we're developing. The total investment will be $400 million US. We are already constructing 1 million square feet spread over 2 buildings, which will be finished by Q4 2017. The first building will come in Q4 2017, and the second building will come in 6 to 9 months from that date. So clearly, we are quite bullish, optimistic about this market. We have very good response. We are currently exploring 2 million square feet that has come to us. So we're really motivated by the response that we have got from major occupiers of NCR.
Okay. So going forward, how exciting is India's office market space for Singapore government to invest in?
A country like India, where you have a lot of challenges when you do real estate development, especially from foreign investors' point of view, real estate office market is probably the most attractive market because you can buy leased properties as an income and enjoy all the yields of the property. So clearly, from global investors' point of view, I will see more interest, more investment coming to India, because India consumes nearly 50% of Asia demand, which is 70 million, and we consume about 36 million square feet annually, and will continue to grow. And companies like Ascendas-Singbridge, for example, who have already got a 20 years of track record of 10 to 11 million square feet already constructed and another 11 million under construction. And hopefully we make some more acquisitions and add a further 10 to 15 million square feet. Certainly seems like a very positive outlook. And we believe that. And we are, as a business, one has to be prepared for the economic slowdown, the cyclical trends in the market. And it happens in every country and every business. We think we are, as a market, we're on the recovery, and we are increasingly seeing more commitment from the corporate occupiers. And the other point I want to make, India remains a very attractive outsourcing destination. Whenever there is a global meltdown, whenever there is a challenge globally, and companies want to cut cost, and if they want to move on a very large scale, the only country that can create that many jobs in a very short period of time with quality infrastructure and track record is India. So in many ways, the global dynamics which impact businesses in a way positively help our country. The other aspect is, as you know, rupee has depreciated. So our services have only become cheaper in that sense. So we remain a $1 per square feet market in many places for last 10 years. And whatever cost increases that may have happened have partly been recovered through depreciation. So businesses are competitive in India.
Coming back to Gurgaon, everyone's talking of A-grade space getting exhausted. Is that your summary too?
Quality office space will always be in demand in Gurgaon. And I think businesses are becoming very sophisticated. As you know, quality infrastructure is always hard to get. And if you're guaranteed of good environment, if you're guaranteed of quality supply of power, maintenance, security, efficiency, discipline of managing and engaging, creating social communities and bringing a lot of life in those parks, will kind of ensure that the businesses who come and set up in our IT technology parks will prosper and do good. So I believe A-grade office space will always be in demand, and we have always been at the forefront, ahead of the curve, we think, because we constantly evolve ourselves, listening to our customers, and making sure that we invest in quality infrastructure.
Okay, so what's your take on infrastructure woes in Gurgaon? Would investors not worry about the future of the city?
When you look at infrastructure or lack of it, one can look at it as a challenge. The other can look at it as an opportunity. We certainly believe it's an opportunity. And you know, I would say through this medium that we often crib too much about infrastructure, but reality is that we're very blessed that this country is growing and we're getting jobs. Somehow our municipal corporations and governments were not prepared for this growth. And of course, lessons learned. And I'm hoping that the initiatives by the government at the center, at the state, are making some progress and looking into the infrastructure. And if you've seen some infrastructure improvement already, one can complain that it's taking time, but it's happening. So I really would not mind if I'm getting more jobs to this city, and as a result, more traffic is getting created and we're losing our sleep over infrastructure. But I'm glad that we have jobs for our young population.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sanjay Dutt, for joining us and giving those inputs.